So inshallah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We will learn the Durood Ibrahimi that we recite in the Salat. And then a dua, there are many duas after that you can recite. So just to recall, couple rules of grammar that we'll be using here, and I wrote down here, and we have been repeating these things, that if you have a 3 letters as the root letters of a Arabic word, then you make the past tense Madi and Mudare, which is present and future combined. So if you want to make a very simple grammar of a second person, you just put il te or ta at the end and pronounce as fa'alta. Fa'alta means you, one person, did. Fa'alta is you did. And fa'alu, taf'alu, when you put a ta in the beginning, is you do. So important thing to notice is that in both cases you put a ta or te. In one case you put after the 3 letters. In the other case you put before the 3 letters. So when you put after the 3 letters, you pronounce fa'alta with a zabar, meaning say you, one person, did something in the past tense. But if you put ta in the beginning and pronounce taf'alu, you do or you will do in the present or the future tense. So we will be using these two. So the dua, Durood Ibrahimi, starts with the word Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. So here the first word is lafz jalala, which is Allahu, and there is a pesh at the end, Allahu. So I can, this ha is a attached one. If it is coming in the middle, then it can be written like this way. That is another way if this letter is coming in the middle. Okay. Now, if I'm going to add a letter meme with a tasdeed and a zabar, this brings the meaning of ya or English o. Okay. So this is another way of using the harf nida or calling someone. Instead of adding ya in the beginning and saying ya Allahu, you add a meme with a tasdeed and fatah or zabar at the end and pronounce Allahumma. Allahumma means ya Allah, O Allah. Okay, same thing. So that is the beginning of this Durood, Allahumma. Then the next word that we looked yesterday are 3 letters, Swad, Lam and Waw. And the meaning yesterday we did was to pray. Okay. Now these are 3 letters, so they belong to the group of the word we call fa'ala. We are going to make another word by adding a shadda or tashdid in the middle letter, so it becomes fa'ala. So this will become, middle letter has a tashdid or shadda, so this will become Swad, Lam with this tashdid and Waw. Okay. Here keep in mind that Waw is a weak letter, and when we make the words we can adjust the sound of the weak letter. So the meaning of this word is to salute someone. Now there are other meanings also, like to send peace on someone, or also like to offer the dignity and honor to someone. There are many meanings. That's what I wrote down here. Okay, one of the meanings. Okay, so one of the meanings is to salute, and there are many other meanings. So these are the meanings of the root letters. Okay, now I'm going to apply this rule on these 3 letters. The difference is that this is the grammar of 3 letters, but we actually have the 4 letters. So there is a minor difference in the grammar. The difference is that you still put a ta in the beginning, which is this one, and then you take these three letters, which actually the middle has a shadda on that one, okay, and the last letter is waw, this way. The difference is that instead on the first letter is a zabar, ta, the first letter here has a pesh on it, okay, and the double shadda letter has a zer on it. That's the only difference. So tosal, and then this is wow, okay. So however you pronounce, but it's going to change. So this word means you and present tense. So the meaning of this will be you salute one person. Okay. Now what we have been also learning is that from this English word, if I remove you, it will become a command, it will become an order, it will become a dua, a request, anything which you are telling someone in front of you to achieve or to do or to salute something. So what we do, we remove this you. In English, in Arabic, we do two things. We remove this te here in the beginning, and also the last letters harkat, which is pesh, changes into a sukoon or jazm. These are the rules of making the hukum or the order or the command. Now, when ta is gone, what is left? Swad is left with a zabar, lam is left with a zair, but shadda is there, okay. Now here is a problem that in the shadda, in the tashdid, the second letter has a jazm in it, and then you have a jazm on the waw. So two letters with the jazm or sukoon cannot be pronounced, so we throw away this last letter waw. So what is left? Salli. Salli is a command, okay. Salute, okay. So we are saying, oh Allah, Allahumma salli, that's the word here, salute, okay. It is a command, but when we are using for Allah, it's a request, it's a dua, it's a supplication. So we are saying, oh Allah, send salutation, send your something that will raise the status, the honor, the dignity of someone. So that is the meaning of salli, okay. Then we are specifying who we want you to send this salutation. The word after that is two words, ala Muhammadin. So the original word, the noun is Muhammadun, always with the two pesh at the end. So the word is Muhammadun, two pesh at the end, Muhammadun. Now we are putting a harf jar before that, which is ala, and the meaning of that is upon. What a harf jar does, preposition, it looks at the last letter of the noun, and it finds two pesh there, it changes to two zair. Okay, so that is the action of the harf jar. So now the word is same as in the Quran, in dua now. Ala Muhammadin, okay. Allahumma salli, O Allah, Ya Allah, salute, send your salutation, Allah upon Muhammadin, the name that we are pronouncing after that. In the recitation, there is a waw after that. So when a noon, this is the sound of a noon, and a waw come together, we make it a gunna, Muhammadim. The noon changes into the noon gunna. So we put a shadda there and a waw, and this means and. But in the recitation, the sound of noon, this is exact. If waw was not there, this would be Muhammadin, noon, clear noon. But because of this waw, the sound will change into gunna, Muhammadim. Okay, but that's the tajweed only. So we are making a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, send your salutation upon Muhammadin. Then after that, we are extending this request by saying alif, lam and two pesh. This alun means family or progeny or children. Okay. Then the word is after that is original word is again Muhammadun. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to put a relationship between these by putting an off in between. Okay. And off brings the rule of izafa, connecting the two nouns together. And when we put an off, the rule is that first noun loses one dhamma, one pesh, it becomes alu. The second noun, last letters, two pesh go into two zer. So the word is alu Muhammadin, family of Muhammad. So this time
read and heard somewhere, apart from family, some scholars have also called as followers.
we can talk after the class
Okay.
on that. Alu Muhammadin is the word, the combined word, family of Muhammad. Okay. Now we are going to put the same thing, Allah upon that, because in the dua there is Allah. Allah is a harf jar again, brings the meaning of upon. And Allah will look at the next noun and change pesh into a zer. So those are the words. Allah Ali Muhammadin. Okay. So that is the second part of that. The word Salli is applying. The rule is that if there is a waw in between, in this case that waw which is there, so whatever verb which is Salli only, everything else is noun pronoun. Salli is the only verb. So we said Allahumma Salli, O Allah, salute, send you salutation. Then we give one person's name. But then after that there is a letter waw. When the letter waw is there, which means the previous verb is going to apply to the next after that. So it will be Allahumma Salli ala ale Muhammadin. You can read it twice. Allahumma Salli ala Muhammadin, and then you can say Allahumma Salli ala ale Muhammadin, because waw is playing that role. But you don't have to write it twice, you don't have to say it twice, it is understood that Salli is applying to the ala ale Muhammadin also. Okay. Now we are going to be more specific in our dua. And our dua, we are using the word, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching us to use the word kama. Kama means same as, or likewise, or just as. There are many ways. Okay. So kaf and mim alif, combine these together, mim says same as or just like. Then we are using the word again. Notice this time the root letters are swad, lam with the tashdid and waw. Okay, to send salutation. This time we are going to apply this grammar on this one. Okay, so what is the rule of making the past tense? You add a te at the end with the zabar. Okay, so now when you say sal, this has a waw. Okay, but the sound of this alif, the lam is a zabar. So in order to accommodate this proper sound, we pronounce this as a ya, easy on tongue, sal, instead of sallo, sallay, is smooth. So this adjustment of changing waw to a ya is just the tajweed. So it becomes sallaita. That's the word here in there. Sallaita means you in the past sent salutation. Because this is a madi, past tense, and you is one person, and you is pointing to Allah. That was the jalala. So we are saying, oh Allah, just as, kama, you sent salutation ala Ibrahima, okay, upon Ibrahim. The one thing to notice is that the noun is Ibrahimo. Actual name is Ibrahim. Last letter, original name just is Ibrahimo. Okay. The word Allah is a harf jar, upon. So when we applied this word upon Muhammadun, it became Muhammadin. Two pesh changes to two zer. Muhammad is an Arabic word. So it apply all the rules of grammar apply to the Arabic nouns. This is partial Arabic name, Ibrahimo. So rules of the grammar, all the rules don't apply on them. First rule which does not apply is that if it has a pesh at the end, instead of changing to a zer, it changes to a zabar. Okay. So you will never find Ibrahimi in the Quran. Always Ibrahimo or Ibrahima. Effect of the jar is there, but representation is zabar, not zer. Okay. So that's, if it was a Musa, Musa is completely non-Arabic word. So Musa does change at all. Always remains Musa. At least Ibrahimo changes to Ibrahima. It doesn't change to Ibrahimi. So that is the word here, Ibrahima. Again, it is repeating the same, wa ala ale Ibrahima. So it's same words, same grammar, same rules. And upon, kama sallaita, the same way you sent your salutation upon Ibrahim, and the same way you sent upon his family. Now, after making dua, so what we are doing, we know by the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Ibrahim and his family were blessed. They were sent salutation and salam by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran is teaching us that he sent blessings and all kinds of things upon Ibrahim and his family. So we are using that as a reference to mention to Allah that that is the kind of salutation we want you to send. Not just any salutation or just any that you send to any person, but you had done your utmost blessing upon the family of Ibrahim. So please do the same thing to our Prophet. So this is a very intense dua. Then we are saying, glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by saying innaka. Inna means indeed, and ka means you, and inna indeed, and ka is pointing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because it's a singular you. Ka means you, and you is one, and this is pointing to the word Allah again. Okay, so indeed you, Allah, have these two qualities and sifat. Okay, and these words are very common. Hamada means to praise, and majada is the other one, and many meanings of that, but you can use the meaning to glorify. So you, okay, and I mentioned that when you put a ya in here, this brings the intensity and the action. So Hamid, the one whose tarif, whose hamd is plenty, okay? Majid, the one whose glory is plenty. So intensity is there, okay? Yes. So you are glorious, but with intensity. You are Hamid, praiseworthy, with intensity. So we are ending this Darood, Ibrahimi, this is called Ibrahimi, okay, by glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with these two words. Then we repeat the whole thing, okay. This time it is very simple. We replace only one word, okay. And the word that we have in the above is Swad, Lam, and Waw with a Shadda. Okay, this means when you said to salute that, but this time we have these three letters, Baraka. Okay, Baraka is not the word that we are using. This is Bab number 1, but we are going to use Bab number 4 which is fa'ala. In this case, we use bab number 2. Allama, in this case, or fa'ala, in this case, so this will become baraka. Baraka means to bless someone, to send the blessing upon. It's an activity of two. Okay, baraka कहते हैं बरकत है खाने में ना, which means blessing is there, present there. But baraka means it is the activity of two people. One person is sending, the other person is receiving. So that's the difference in the meaning. Just like nazala and anzala. Okay. So when we put this alif in the middle, the meaning changes to action between two parties. One is sending the blessing, one is receiving the blessing. So we are replacing this swad lam waw with this word only. Rest, everything is same. Salli become barak, barik is a command. And barakta, just like fa'alta. Just like you send your blessing upon Prophet Ibrahim and his progeny. Do the same thing. So the only change between these two du'as is both are called Durood Ibrahimi. One word is difference only. Sallah becomes baraka. That's all. Then you can stop the prayer at this time, or you can make as many du'as as you want. You can spend a lot of time just making du'a after du'a. There is no restriction on that. But I have picked up a very simple du'a that is also a part of the Quranic verse. Rabbi ghafirli. So briefly I will go over there. First of all, I want to point out something here. The style of Arabic scripting is that first thing is noun is Rabbun always. Okay, Rabbun means Lord or sustainer or provider. Okay, then I'm going to combine this with the word Ya. Ya means me or I. Okay, combine as mudaf alayh or rule of izafa by putting an off. So it will become Lord of me or my Lord. So what happens when we combine these two? We lose one pesh here. Okay. Now it becomes Rabboyi. Okay. It's not easy to pronounce. So we pronounce this pesh as a zer and we write it this way. Rabbi, tashdid is there. Okay. And sukun is there. Rabbi, it means my Lord. Okay. When we write this word, we know that the meaning is my. Important thing is my Lord. Okay. The sound of this zer and the sound of this ye both are same. Okay. So we don't write both of them. We rewrite this thing this way. This way. So important thing is that when you see this zer here under this one, that has me in it. Okay, so that's what the dua is. Rabbi, my Lord. Many places in the Quran you will see Rabbi written this way, and in many places you will see it written this way. Meanings are same. In both cases, it is not Rabb, it's my Rabb. Okay, so that's what they. Okay, now Ghafara is the next word. Ghafara. Ighfir is a command again, a request. Ighfir means forgive. Ghafara means to forgive, and ighfir is forgive. It is an order, it's a command, it's a request. We are asking someone, forgive. Forgive li. Lam means to, and ya means me. Forgive to me, but in English we don't need to say to me, we can say forgive me. Okay. Then we are, after asking for yourself, then turn your attention to your parents. Okay. And parents are what? Both parents are called walidain. walidain, two parents. Okay, actually they're walidaini, kitabaini. Now you add a ya in there. Okay, and then apply the same rule of izafa by adding there. Okay, so when we combine these two by the rule of the izafa, it becomes parents of me or my parents. But when we do the combination, the sound of noon goes away in tanween. So here this noon will go away. Okay, so what is left? We are left with one ye here and one ye there. Okay, walidayya.
So it's our parents?
Our parent, my parents, not our parents.
Oh, it's not my. Okay.
Ya is mine. Okay, this me. So parents of me. Okay, because one zer or ye is here and one is here. So if you notice that it is wali dayya. Ya has two, a shadda or tasdeed, because there are two yas. So when you're saying rabbighfir, it's a common. After that, li, me. Walidayya, my parents. Okay. Then the word is walil mu'minina.
So what happens to the noon and walid there?
Okay, what's the rule of combining two nouns? Okay. Kitabun is kitabun, right?
Two pesh here.
So two pesh is the sound of noon, right?
Also walid.
Hold on. Kitabun, right? When you combine with the word Allah by putting an off in between, okay, it becomes kitabu. So the noon goes away, right? Right?
Yeah.
In walidain, there is only noon. There are no two pesh.
Okay, so that's interesting because you are saying that the double pesh
Is the sound of noon.
is sound of noon.
Yes.
And in walidain,
There is no double pesh. There are no two pesh. Only noon is there. So this noon is going to be
Same
thrown
rule
there.
applies
Yeah,
here.
yeah. So there you throw away the. We are throwing away the noon here also.
yeah.
Okay.
But here we don't see the noon.
We
just
don't
drop
see
it.
because we put the sound of noon in two pesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
So that's what it is. So walidaini. Uske again after that is walil mu'minina. Okay. This word is mu'minuna actually. Mu'min is singular, right? Mu'min, and plural is mu'minuna. Okay? So this is mu'minuna. This is plural. Okay? Believers. Okay, what happens? You put al, okay? Al becomes da. But before that, waw is there, but there is another lam here. Okay? Just like before li walidai, we put a lam there, which I didn't say that. But this lam is two. Again, lam is a harf-e-jar. In the plural, harf-e-jar changes waw to the sound of ye. So it becomes mu'minina. Original word is mu'min, plural is mu'minuna. Harf-e-jar will change waw to a ya. Okay, so mu'minina, walil mu'minina. So, O Allah, O my Rabb, forgive all the believers. Okay, now this kind of forgiveness is being pointed to Yawma Yaqumul Hisab. Okay, so Qawma means to stand. Okay, to stand. Now, when we put a ya in the beginning, it becomes the present tense or future tense. So this word will become yaqumu. This ya will bring the meaning of third person and
How means
Qawm.
clan, no?
No, that's just a noun. There are many, many meanings. When you stand up for the salat, iqamus salat is from the same one. Okay, so that is a noun. There is one meaning is nation or community, but verbal meaning is to stand up. Okay, so yaqumu means it stands or he stands. or it will stand, or he will stand. Okay. Now, after that is the word hasaba.
Accounting.
Okay, hasaba, noun is hisabun. Okay, hisabun, and then you put al before that. The accountability. Okay, hisabun means account, but al will change to one page. Al hisabu, the accountability. Okay, now notice that what we are saying, it stands. Okay, and there is a pesh there here, and the rule is that if the noun after that has a pesh, it will replace this it. So what is the meaning? When accountability stands, not that we stand.
No.
When the accountability stands up, which means the accountability is established.
Well, use